This is the perfect present haul for a 6-year-old with a budget of $100 that fulfills all their hopes and dreams. So stay tuned for today's video, give this a big thumbs up, don't forget to hit subscribe and tap that bell, and let's get into it. Whoa, oh, oh. Da, 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 oh, oh. Da, 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 oh, oh. Da, 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 da. Making our Christmas memories. Hey, welcome back to the Rashidies for Vlogmas 2024. Today we are sharing my 6-year-old present haul. The last 2 nights I have done my 2-year-old and 4-year-old, so if you want to see them, I will link them in the description box below. But as always, we are following a present poem. This present poem helps me to spend my money wisely across the 4 different categories of something they want, something they need, something to wear, and something to read. Buying presents is definitely trickier as they get older because the things that they want become more expensive, but you can absolutely stick to $100 budget and lavish them with love. So let's get into the things that Zoe wanted this year. Now, the big money contender was the fact that both of my girls wanted a pair of rollerblades because I like to rollerblade for exercise. I rollerblade every morning to see the sunrise over the beach. They have been using a pair of old blades that I used to own. They really want and deserve to have their own. I have found a pair of skates that fit within the price budget and they also expand. I should hopefully get a couple of years out of them, but it did mean that a chunk of their present haul did actually go to a pair of rollerblades. Now, thankfully, we already own the protective gear and it didn't need to come out of their Christmas budget, but I have spent $40 on a pair of rollerblades, and these are definitely on the cheaper side of blades. Blades can be very expensive, but these ones will work perfectly for them as first-time bladers. Obviously, the price was a very big pulling point for me as a parent buying for my child, but at the same time, the fact that the skates actually expand with your child is really great because it means that for Zoe, I can push them in so that they are smaller, and then with my other daughter, I will be able to expand her skates as her feet grow. So for $40, that is a big chunk of her present haul, but it doesn't mean that she is wanting. As long as I can remember, the girls have always asked for something robotic as well. So this year, rather than getting them robots, which they love and adore for a short time period and then they kind of lose interest, I have bought remote control racing cars because I want my house on Christmas Day to be filled with electronic cars whizzing around our feet and then giggling and just having a good time. These remote control race cars are actually really inexpensive at $12, which I think is a bargain for something that is an electronic, and hopefully it should give us hours of fun. If your child has been asking for a robot and you've gotten them robots for Christmas and they kind of seem to lose interest, I highly recommend going towards a remote control race car just to give them a little bit of excitement in their life. Now, the next thing that Zoe wanted was a really peculiar request, and that was the fact that her baby brother has a toy controller that looks like a remote control, but it's just a fidget toy, but it's a baby version, so it lights up and it sings songs. I obviously want to get her something that's more age appropriate, and I actually found a fidget toy that is specifically for children, and for $5 it was an easy buy. Zoe likes to be occupied and busy, so hopefully this will keep her hands busy both at home, at church, in the car, and I love the fact that it's not a noisy toy. The next category are things that Zoe needs. Now, Zoe needs to have things during quiet time because she gets bored really easily. Now, because the girls are in primary school, I did actually sit down over some morning tea and ask them for ideas in each of the categories because I figured they'd have a rough idea of what they wanted, needed, things to wear, and something to read. So Zoe really wanted stationery equipment. The girls love crafting kits, and I couldn't go past this one, and hopefully it will encourage some wildlife in our front yard trees. This looks like a pretty easy build, and the fact that it just clicks together like puzzle pieces and then she can just paint and decorate with stickers should hopefully make it a easy, quiet activity for her to do, and something that she's going to love to produce and share with us. Then I got her a sparkly unicorn stationery set that includes a book and a pen. Now, the next one is dual purpose, which is a little bit of kooky fun, which is right down Zoe's lane. Hopefully these 2 stationery kits scratch that itch that she has and keeps her entertained during quiet time. Now, the girls get a lot of clothing for birthdays and from extended family members, and there's not really a lot of things that they wanted. They were after maybe some jewelry or just some accessories, and I thought that extended family might want to shower with them with that sort of stuff. But the one thing that the girls did communicate was that they wanted a new pair of jammies. Then finally, the category of something to read. Zoe has done an amazing year this year in her reading journey. She has worked incredibly hard during grade 1 and is actually quite a fluent reader. But when I asked her what book she wanted, she said she really wanted a Where's Wally book. Now, I am absolutely for this because Zoe needs practice at her concentration. That reading stamina is something that's really vital that we want to continue to encourage. Getting her Where's Wally is great because it forces her to focus for a little bit longer than it would if it was a reading book. Now, this was an absolute bargain because it's a book set of Where's Wally's and it has all the classics in it. Now, that book set was a quarter of the budget at $25. So the fact that the skates were half the budget, the books were $25, the rest of the toys then fell into the remaining budget, I feel like we have done a really good job at getting Zoe a well-rounded present haul this Christmas. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe and tap that bell. Here on the end screen, I've got a playlist of present hauls if you want to dive deeper, and a video that I've picked just for you because this parenting gig doesn't come with a rule book, we only have each other. And I'll see you tomorrow night for our 8-year-old present haul.